who is a virtual assistant joining us from Lagos. Um, we have Bashira Tomoto-Yosi, who is the CEO of BRG Resources. She's joining us from Bashono Shatolu. Welcome, Kehinde Olumuyiwa. Welcome. So welcome to everyone. Welcome to everyone. Welcome Ebisuwa James from Mainland Local Government. Welcome Ruth Adeshino. So welcome everyone. Today promises to be a very insightful session where you learn a lot on you learn a lot on the clicks to customer blueprint, digital marketing masteries for small businesses. So one of the things that we aim to do, bringing you this session, is to provide you with the necessary skills, the necessary knowledge that you need to, help, that you can apply, practical steps that you can apply to your businesses that can help you um, scale up your businesses. Now, yesterday, I'm sure I want to believe that we had some people that were present yesterday, even on today's session. We had legal advice sessions that talked about, um, you know, investors agreements, ensuring that you know what you need to be on the lookout for in order to ensure that you have the right steps in place with your investors. So today we'll be speaking on, you know, the blueprints for clicks, digital marketing for small businesses. And just before we get into that, my name is Omotayo Akioni. I'm the business support officer here at the Lagos State Employment Trust Fund. And what do we do at the Lagos State Employment Trust Fund? We would ask for those, I'm very sure there are some of us that are familiar with the Lagos State Employment Trust Fund before, but one of the things that we aim to do, and one of the things that we were created to do is to help, you know, is to help with the issue of unemployment right here in Lagos State. And how do we go about doing that? We go about doing that by ensuring that we provide access to finance opportunities for business owners in Lagos State. And we do that by giving our loans to business owners here in Lagos State. So we have our three categories of loans. We have our MES, our ME, and our SME. And we operate a single digit interest loans in 9%, and it is per annum. And for our ME and for our MES, you can lend between you can borrow from 50,000 to 250,000. For our micro enterprise, which is our ME, you can borrow from 50,000 to 500,000. And for our SME loans, you can borrow from 500 and 1,000 to 5 million naira. So these are different loan categories. For the NES and the ME, you pay back within a year. For the SME, pay back between 18 to 24 months. So these are the different loan categories that we have. We also have our business support unit where I am an officer at, where we provide you with capacity building opportunities such as the masterclass that we're holding today. We have our webinars, our masterclasses, we have our advisory sessions, which is divided into the legal advisory session. We have our risk advisory session, our marketing advisory session. We also have our HR advisory sessions and our financial advisory sessions. So these are the different advisory sessions that we have. We also have our access to market opportunities that we provide for business owners here in Lagos State. We also have our business registration, so please be on the lookout. We'll soon be dropping the links to apply for business registration. So please follow us on all our social media platforms and Lagos State Employment Trust Fund. We are on Instagram, we're on X, we're on X, we are on Instagram, we're on LinkedIn, we're on Facebook. So if you'd like to follow us on all of the social media platforms, turn on your post notifications so that as soon as for every post that we post that will contain one opportunity or the other, you don't miss out on it. So we have our employability units who are in charge of, vocational skills. We also have our Lagos Innovate unit. So if you're in need of workspace vouchers, you are a budding tech enthusiast who has different tech ideas that you would like to bring to life. This is where our Lagos Innovate team comes in. So if you'd like to, apply for any of these of our programs, you can walk into any local government. We're in all 20 local governments and LCDs and 6 LCDs in Lagos State, around Lagos State. Walk into any local government, you will find our officers there that will be ready and on hand to assist you with any of these programs that have been sent. So welcome to today's session once again. And taking us through on today's session is my colleague, Larry Uwaji. So Larry Uwaji will be taking us through on what we'll be learning today on today's session. Now, Larry Uwaji is a communication strategist with over 5 years of experience, specializing in media buying and planning. He has managed media budgets exceeding $1 million, delivering impactful results for powerhouse brands like Guinness, Johnnie Walker, Origin, Malta Guinness, Hypo Home Care, Olam Foods, Lagos State Government, and small businesses. Through precise planning and innovative strategies, it helps businesses break through the noise and connect with their audience. It helps businesses break through the noise and helps them connect with their audience in a meaningful way, meeting their targets. This approach is simple. It's very practicable and actionable strategies that cuts through the noise. He also volunteers as a vice president membership of Surulere Toastmasters Club. So please, can we joyfully welcome our facilitator of today, Larry Uwaji. Larry, please, you can start off the session. Thank you.
Thank you, Tayo. Good morning, everyone. I hope we're doing great. My name is Larry. Hello, Aziz. Hello, Aziz Suleiman. My name is Larry, and I'll be taking you this session. Though the session is about, good morning, Blessing. So the session is about clicks to customer blueprint, your digital marketing mastery for small businesses. Before we start, I would like to ask a very simple question. As a business owner, what is your primary aim? And you can put it in the chat box. As a business owner, what is your primary aim? You can put it in the chat box. Don't worry, just put it in the chat box. What is your primary aim as a business owner? Emmanuel Ladipo said to make sales, to make profits. Fumi said to make profits. Udoka Isaac to make profits. And it is very, very true. To make money, grow more, to make profits, to solve a problem, yes. And you are solving a problem so that you can make money. So we know this. As a business owner, to build a big business. I love ambitious people. Thank you, Mrs. Oluwaseun. As a business owner, your major aim is to make profits, solve problems, and get customers. You need to have that at the back of your head for anything that you are doing. Whatever it is that you are doing has to make profits and has to make sales. Now, let us go through the memory lane. In Nigeria, I remember I was talking to my uncle last 2 weeks. And if you can remember, there was a period in time in Nigeria that you can be traveling on the road, right? And you can get to a stop, and then you would see lots of products. You will see a huge amount of products. And in those products or fruits, you will see the amount there. And all you have to do is to go there, take the fruits, and drop the money without the person even being there. In this same Nigeria that both of us are in, can you try that today? Can you go to Ikeja and leave your products there and put the amount and walk away? You can't. So it means that the scope of sales in Nigeria has drastically changed. What we are operating in on is a low trust market. And to add it all, and to top it up, we are operating it on a low trust market with a low disposable income. I'll take that again. The Nigerian market is a low trust market with a low disposable income. So at the back of your head, understand that your competitor is not just the person that is selling the same thing with you. Your competitor is food. Your competitor is dates. Your competitor is baby food. You need to understand this and understand it in your head, right? That we have a low trust market and low disposable income. Your competitor is house rents. Thank you, Oluwadamilola. And that is where we will start. So please permit me to share my screen and I'll be very honest with you. Your competitor is school fees. That is why if you are going to make sales, you better know what you're doing. So permit me to share my screen and then we will start. So please let me know if you can see my screen. Okay. So for today, we are going to go to the Clicks to Customer blueprint. You will discover how to use the internet to reach your ideal prospects, attract more customers, and grow your business and make sales. There has already been an introduction about me by my colleague Tayo. However, I would have to do it again. My name is Larry. I'm a data strategist and I've deployed media for both big and small businesses. I have deployed ads over worth $2 million across Africa. I've trained 100 people in digital strategy, and I understand the small businesses' problems, the certain nuances, and that's exactly why I work for Lagos State Employment Trust Fund, because our ideals align. And now I'm going to teach you about the tools that is needed, the digital strategy that you need for your business. We are going to learn about crafting irresistible offers that will make your customers beg to give you money. And if you are building on social media only, how risky it is. Now, these are the things that you need to understand so that you can create a perfect digital strategy for your business. And we are going to learn about a framework which is called the decimation framework. And you can use this in sales, business, relationship, job offers, scholarship applications, because it's a framework that works across time. Okay. First of all, what is marketing? What is digital marketing? Now, digital marketing is a very simple but strategic skill. Digital marketing is simply using digital tools to market online. What is marketing? What is the art of marketing? Marketing is as simple as this. It is influencing your target audience to take a specific action. I'll take that again. Marketing is influencing your target audience to take a specific action. So it means that if your target audience is not taking the action that you want them to take, you are not doing marketing. It's borderline psychology with the right tools. You need to understand what is going on in the minds of your customer, in the minds of your ideal target audience, so that you can put out messaging that they correlate with. It's really as simple as that. And there are certain things that we need to understand in digital marketing. It is data. So this is the global overview of everybody that is connected. And this is a report by Meltwater. And after this, you'll definitely get the link to this. So the total population of the world is 8.8 billion, 8.08 billion. The unique mobile subscribers is 5.61 billion. The individuals using the internet is 5.35 billion. And the unique social media user identities in the entire world is 5.04 billion. You see, that's a lot of people. An extreme huge number of people in their billions use the internet that you have access to right now. So what does that mean? It means that to make the sales, and I remember somebody saying in the comments, to make your business a big brand, your audience is not just Nigerians. It means that you have a potential audience of the whole wide world in your phone or laptop. But let's go to Nigeria. And in Nigeria, the total population is 235 million. Cellular mobile connection is 150 million. And the number of the individuals using the internet is 107. Social media user identity is 38.7 million. Now, what does that mean? It's just numbers at the end of the day, it's just data. To translate it to information, it means that we have 107 million people using the internet, but on social media, we only have 38.7 million. What happens to the gap between 107 and 38 million? So it means that we have 70 million people using the internet, and they're not even on social media. We have 150 million people for mobile connections that are not even using the internet. So those are the data that you need to understand as a business owner. And we have already said it. What is the one job? Your one job as a business owner is to sell. That is it. That is all. Your one job as a small business owner is to sell. And to sell, you need tools. So the three tools that you use for digital marketing are just three. They can have so many tools. Oh, you need to do Facebook, Instagram, dance on TikTok, go to YouTube. They are all three tools, simplified. The first one is paid media. What you pay to spread your message. And so far you see an ad anywhere on the digital space, you can do that ad too. There's nothing that are doing there that you cannot do. What you pay to spread your message is paid media. Google, when you go on Google and then you search, and those two search buttons come out, right? And you see ad, that is an ad that somebody put there. You go to YouTube. If you are watching YouTube, those ads that you see, it might be in the video, it might be when you skip to the next video. That is paid media. These are people paid to see that ad. Social media, when you scroll Instagram, you see the ads that are there. They are paid, and I'm very sure that some of you also run paid media. Bloggers, when you see bloggers and they are talking about a certain product, they don't like that product. It's not like as if they like it so much. Or when you see influencers talking about these products, it's not like as if they like it. They are being paid to talk about it because there's an alignment there. And you go to native ads. So that is ads on goal.com. Goal.com if you're a football lover. and ads across the various channels that you do, ads on Bella Nigeria, ads on Gold, ads on the various websites that we visit, even ads on platforms like Quora, you can definitely see that these ads are not there by chance. People paid to put it there. And then we go to what is called owned media. Now, what is owned media? Owned media is what you own and you control. Please, if you have any questions, put it in the Q&A box. Owned media is what you own and control. Your social media is tending towards owned media, but it is not completely owned media. And we'll explain this in the later part. Your newsletters that you send, how many of us get LSCTF's newsletters that we send on Sundays or Saturdays, but you must get it every week? That's part of our own media. It is our own and we can send it. Our app, your app is owned media. You own it, you control it, you can decide if you want to tweak it and nothing will happen. Your website is owned media. You own the website, you can tweak it, and then anything that you want to do, you control it. Your blog, your email list, you control it. There can be a platform for it, but you control it. It means that you can migrate from a platform to another platform because you have that list. Owned media is where it is. Now we have earned media. Earned media is just coverage for being absolutely awesome or dreadfully horrible. So it includes public relations, press, reviews, and influencer can just make a content because they just love your product. That's a 1 out of 100. Awards, recognition, you don't pay for it. It's just somebody that just decides that, you know what, you have done amazingly well and you can earn this media. So you need to have that at the back of your head. Every tool on the digital space is either paid or you own it or it is earned. Okay. Now we are going to go to your unique customer journey, right? For your business. And I need you to understand this like a funnel. But first, I need you to cast your mind back to the last purchase that you made. Cast your mind back to why you bought that product. Was it because that product was the cheapest in the market? Was it because that product made you feel something? Was it because that was it because that product solved a particular problem in your life? You need to see, why did I buy this product? The last product I bought. Have that at the back of your head so that you can understand that your customers rarely buy rationally. They buy emotionally. Let us take an example. In the customer journey, there are 4. There is awareness. You see, at this top of the funnel, there are a lot of people there. So immediately you see a product, and also note that the majority of the products that you make, right? Majority of the products that you buy and you have so much passion for, it's not really your choice. I don't know if I should say it, but I'll say it because it's you. It's not really your choice. You were primed to have that knowledge. You were primed to make it seem that you cannot live without that product. I'll give you an example. There's a certain craze in Nigeria for iPhones. Also note that the craze for iPhones is not new. The same craze for iPhones was there in Blackberries. But right now, the same case for iPhones make it seem like as if the iPhone is different. The iPhone, when you break down every product, it solves a very simple need. The iPhone is nothing more. If you strip everything away from the iPhone is nothing more than a mechanical device that can make calls and receive calls. Nothing more than that. However, they have turned the iPhone into an experience. And that's what we learn. When you look at a young man, right, and majority of the cars that he sees is a Benz. Is it because the Benz is the best car? No, it's not. It's just that Benz has been marketed so well that Benz goes from a car to a symbol of I don't hammer. So you see these things that products are not just products. Products are experiences and feelings. Now let's go to the customer journey. Let's take, for example, a phone. The first thing is that your customer is aware of the problem. They are aware that they need to buy land. They are aware that they need to buy a certain product. They are aware that they need to buy baby food. They are aware that they need to buy a certain product, and so they are in that awareness phase. And then from this awareness phase, let's do an example. We need to buy a phone, right? Now you need to buy a phone, and then you come and then you're like, what phone can I buy? That is consideration. Oh, you have a Pixel, you have a Google Pixel, you have a Techno, you have an iPhone, you have a Huawei. Now you are considering that out of these phones, what can I buy? And then at the end of the day, you make a conversion. A conversion is that you actually buy the product. Let us say that you buy an iPhone. And then when you buy an iPhone, because of the hype and all the things that they have created around the iPhone, you start to tell your friends that, look, if you are not using an iPhone, you can't talk to me. Or if an iPhone is the best thing in this life, that is where the iPhone craze comes, which is retention and advocacy. And all this is a marketing journey. Your customer, you see, marketing is so amazing that immediately you understand why you buy and why your customer buys. It gets pretty fun, it gets pretty easy. You need to understand that your customer goes through all of these things. How are you making your customer aware of your product? What consideration is your customer using to buy this product? What are the factors they are using? When they buy, you see, majority of small business owners, right? Immediately your customer buys, you think that that's the end. That can never be the end. Why? Why can't that be the end? And I'll tell you why that can't be the end. It's because we live in a low trust society. When you live in a low trust society, when somebody gives you money, it is not only financial resources that the person gives you. The person has given you his trust. The person has given you his respect. The person has given you the trust. So it means that if the person buys from you once, the person will trust you to buy again and again and again, so far you give them an offer. Are you following? Don't put in the chat box if you're following. You need to understand that immediately somebody buys from you once, that person will buy from you again and again and again. Because of the low trust environment that we are in Nigeria, you start to realize that word of mouth is very essential in your marketing journey. The first contact with your product, and you can see it. You can see it in the sense of, look at the handymen that we use. Would you say that they are the best? Would you say that you use the best mechanic? Would you say that, oh, the plumber that you use is the best? They're not really the best. However, the first experience that you had with them, they fixed it. And then you kept on using them again and again and again. Some people that have cars, your mechanic, you have been using your mechanic for a long time. Again and again and again. And that is the thing that you need to have at the back of your head, is that to get one sale can be very difficult, but immediately you get that sale, you have at least 4 people the person can refer. Because you see, in these markets in Nigeria, right, we are very cautious. And what do I mean by cautious? Is that immediately we have a bad experience, first time, just one time with your product, there's no need, they won't even tell you, they will just disappear. They'll just disappear. You will not hear about them again. They'll just disappear. The great people are the people that tell you the problem, but you just disappear. That is why in this customer journey, you need to understand that the first interaction that you have with somebody, make it as amazing as possible. And in making it as amazing as possible, don't worry, the gist will spread. But you also have to understand that you need to start running retention and advocacy things. Retention and advocacy campaigns. But we'll get there. And then we go to what is called the decimation framework. And what is this decimation framework? Now, the decimation framework comes from a mid-16th century in the Roman Empire. So in the Roman Empire in the 16th century, when there's mutiny in a particular sect, they go and then they do the decimation framework. And decimation is basically, they can pick 10 people and then up the 10th one. But you see it in a marketing framework, right? You need to use these maths for success. If you want to sell just one person, you need to reach 100 people, and out of that 100 people, 10. You need to reach 100 people, and out of that 100 people, 10 will reach out to you, and only 1 will convert. I'll take that again. For you to sell to one person, you need to reach out to 100 people. Out of that 100 people, 10 will call you back, and only 1 will convert. And obviously, it goes towards industry, so it's definitely your industry can be different. But immediately you have that in your head, you start to realize that you need to increase to get one person. That is, if you have a sales goal and you break it down, you have a sales goal, you break it down, you understand that, okay, 5 people are going to buy this product, or 10 people are going to buy this product. If 10 people are going to buy this product, you do times 10, It means that 100 people are going to reach out to you. If 100 people are going to reach out to you, then it means that you must be reaching nothing less than 1,000 people just to convert that 10. This decimation framework is not only for business and marketing, it also works in relationships, it also works in job offers. If you want one job, you apply for 100 jobs. So you don't get discouraged that, oh, you applied for 5, there's no job, it's a no. Or you reach 5 people and 5 people don't give you face. The truth about it is that in this framework, you need to go with the same mentality of getting that one person, even if that one person doesn't send you, even if that one person looks at you and is like, what is this? To reach that 100, and then you convert one person. That's a decimation framework. Now, I give you 2 pills. Anybody that has watched the Matrix. So we have the red pill and we have the blue pill, right? The blue pill is where people understand that in marketing, they come and say, oh, marketing is about creativity alone. Or everybody is your customer. Everybody, immediately you are doing this. Oh, you sell chin chin, everybody is your customer. Oh, you sell and everybody is your customer. Vanity metrics matter. Oh, what are the amount of likes that I've gotten? What are the amount of comments I've gotten? Likes and comments are not going to pay your house rent. I'm so sorry for saying that, but it's just the truth, right? Or marketing is just creativity only. Or marketing is for the marketers. Me, I can do any other thing. Everybody is in marketing. You need to understand that marketing is brutal mathematics. It's very, very brutal. If you are not the one that is doing the marketing, your competitor will take it out. There's very low disposable income in people's pockets. And that income, there are a lot of expenses. So do you really think that they will wake up and care about you? They don't. But you need to make them understand that your target audience, right, would give you a specific action. Marketing is brutal mathematics, and only a tenth of your audience really matters. You see, immediately they buy from you, immediately your audience, your customers have already bought from you, you have the opportunity to make at least times 10 of that money. There are products that we are currently using, that we have been using for a long time. But the marketing budget to get that is zero for the business. Focus is everything. It is quality over quantity. You need to run it. You need to run your marketing campaigns that you can find those quality audience that will stick with you. You don't persuade the 100. You select that 10 and win the one. And we'll definitely see it as we go. Now, we need to ask ourselves, is that why does most marketing, or why do marketing fail, and why do most campaigns fail? They fail because of 3 things. 3 things. The first one is wrong target audience. You need to know your target audience. You need to understand them, and we're going to get to that. To have the right digital marketing strategy, you need to understand your target audience, like you're stalking them. Immediately you know your target audience, you can partner and collaborate with certain other brands that they use. Immediately you know your target audience, you know why they are going there, you know why certain things are happening. So you need to do enough work in your target audience, understanding their age, understanding why they buy, understanding their daily experiences. You need to understand that even in big brands, they have data. They can track exactly where you have been across the times. They know that when you rise up, what are the things that you might, okay, for example, now in Lagos, you wake up, probably you wake up by 5:36. You are on your way to work, probably it's on a Monday or Tuesday. And when you work on a Monday, so it means that you are probably in a vehicle or probably you're using an Uber, you are driving. You go. You are at work, probably from 9 to 5, and then from 9 to 5, from 5, you start to go home. And then probably you are home by maybe 7 or 9, depends on where you are. That particular journey is data. And how you know that is to know your target audience. The right digital strategy is for you to understand your target audience. What makes them happy? Why are they solving the problem? What exactly are they doing? Who is making the decision? Who is making that decision for them to buy? Because they use the product, they might not be the people buying the product. Then your message is modeled. You need to be brutally clear that the right person gets it immediately. That also goes to your target audience. And I also give an example for the message is modeled, right? If you are talking to business owners, for example, we know that your primary aim is to sell. It's as clear as that. Your primary aim is to sell, and then you start to write copies around that primary aim, right? So your message cannot be modeled. It needs to be straight that immediately the person is reading it, it looks like you are sitting down with the person and talking to the person, not talking at them, but you're understanding why is this person like this. So immediately your target audience sees your message, it needs to be brutally clear that the right person gets it immediately. And the third one is tracking. See, what you can't measure, you can't improve. And if you're not improving, then that means you're dying. You need to track your marketing efforts like a hawk. And this is an example, or rather, this is a question to you, is that your customers that you have currently, do you know where they came from? Your top 20% customers, do you know where they came from in your marketing campaigns that you do? Do you know where they came from? Do you know how they interact? 3 things that campaigns fail: the wrong target audience, your modeled message, and no tracking. So it means that if you want our campaigns to fail, there are just 3 things. You need to target the right people with a clear message, and then you track it. It is as simple as that. So the let me check the the chat box to see if you're with me. Okay, so it's clear that you're with me. Are we good? Are you hearing me? Are we? Can I continue? Oh yeah, Victoria, you get the recording of it. It's fine. It's good. It's all right. All right, we can continue. Yeah. Fantastic. 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 Okay, as please, let's continue. Okay, so we are going to go into user persona. Can be used interchangeably. User persona, buyer persona, target audience. So, what is your ideal customer profile? Is the umbrella term to know the group that you want to target. It means your particular set of group, that one liner that explains this is the person that you want to talk to. For Lagos State Employment Trust Fund, we have Lagos State residents that are 18 to 60 who have businesses. You get it? It's broad, it's quite broad. So it means that Lagos State residents, what it means that eliminates a lot of people. If maybe you're not a Lagos State resident, then we probably do not have any business with you as a customer. Tech startups with less than 50 employees who need marketing support. And that's very broad. It's extremely broad, right? But as a small business, you need to niche down. So you need to find that line, that particular person, right, among these people, so that you can target to them very well. I'll give you an example, right? Lagos State residents are 18 to 60 who have businesses. Now we know that businesses have a lot of problems. Some business owners need more information to get their businesses right. And then we have loan programs, right? And my colleague said about the loan programs. So we need to hold that, and then I'll tell you exactly why this webinar is important, even for Lagos State. So we go to user persona. So this is what I call stalking 101, right? And I'm going to use user persona and buyer persona interchangeably, right? And I need you to follow me on this. Your buyer persona is knowing who you are going to target. Exactly. And you need to know these things to create your digital strategy, your own for your business. Your business's digital strategy needs to be a result of your user persona that you have developed. People have different digital strategies. People have different business strategies. The person who is using Glovo and the person who is using Chowdeck, or the business of Glovo or Chowdeck or a Rolex or a Benz, they are different. The user personas of those people that use those tools are different. So you need to understand that to succeed in digital marketing or strategy or business in general, you need to understand who your user persona is. And what are the things that you need to know? You need to know their age. What is their age range? 18 to 60 is actually very broad, right? But what is their age range? I'll give you an example. If you need to sell to a particular group of people in Nigeria that actually have income, 18 to 24, would you say that it is a good age range? I'm not saying that they might not have money, but is that a good age range compared to 25 to 34? So you see, you need to understand that your goal is to sell. Who are the people that have this money to give me? If somebody is earning a 460K salary in a week, would the target audience skew towards 18 to 24, or would it skew towards 25 to 34? So what age range are there? Where do they gather? If you go to Landmark, right? If you go to Landmark right now, you will see an LSTF stand at the Africa Creative Stand Up, at the Africa Creative Hub, right? If you go to Landmark, you see LSTF there. Why are we there? 3 weeks ago, LSTF, you can go to our page. let's say was in Jitex. Why are we in Jitex? Is it because we have nothing to do? It's because our target audience are there. Now you need to understand, where does your target audience gather? Where do they meet in that digital space? Are they meeting on Instagram? Are they meeting on Facebook? Are they meeting on LinkedIn? Are they meeting on TikTok? Are they meeting on platforms like Twitter? Are they going to platforms like Nairaland? Where are they gathering? I will definitely see how we're going to do it. What do they do for fun? Oh, do they go out for fun? Do they stay indoors for fun? Do they watch Netflix? I'll give you a typical example, and that will be in the offer. If somebody watches movies for fun, and your offer is you can buy my product, right? And then you have a chance to win a raffle draw to watch any movie of your choice. Are you seeing the alignment? You see how you have left the entire thing of they start to think about that purchase with money, and start to think about it with value. What is their digital footprint? Are they on WhatsApp? Are they on Telegram? How do they get this information? You need to understand where they are, who they are, where do they work, what is their income like, how much do these people earn. You are selling land, and your land is 30 million, and then you are running an ad, and you are targeting entry level staff. It will never work. They don't have the income to buy it. If your product, the income level of that product, right? If you have a product of 20K, then you can target people who have a certain amount of range to get that product and be all right. What is their income like? What is their family like? Are they family people? Are they married? Are they single? Are they divorced? You need to understand exactly who your audience is. And when you understand who your audience is, you can draft your message to them. What are their pain points? What keeps them up at night? What do they desire? What does success feel like to them? If they buy your product, are they only buying that product? Are they buying something else? Are they buying ease? Are they buying comfort? Are they also buying peace without your product? Are they satisfying a craving? You need to understand these things and do, oh, what did they do for fun? Where do they gather? You need to think like a strategist. And when you think like a strategist, you start to understand why some certain people are there, right? You need to think about it. Popular Chris, I was privileged to work on a Big Brother Nigeria campaign, I think some years ago. And that was during the white money, when white money won, right? The brand I was working on, we did a poll about a hygienometer and who that person and who was the neatest audience, who was with. And interestingly enough, White Money won that poll that we did. And it was very huge because he had a huge number of following. Even that huge number of following, we understood that now this guy was going to win it because of that huge number of following. Stay with me here. When you watch shows like Big Brother Nigeria I'm not saying that you should go and advertise on people in Nigeria because it's a lot of money. You need to start seeing it differently. Don't say that, oh, I'm going there to sit down and watch entertainment. Yes, entertainment, yes, true. But look at it. Businesses like Diageo, Guinness, right? Mini Me Chin Chin. Where do they gather? Oh, they gather in, or rather, where do they gather? That is their target audience, is that these people gather during BB Niger. Then I can put my product there. I was teaching somebody last week, and the person that just told me that when he was younger, I don't know if anybody watched Tinzer. Tinzer was amazing. When he was younger, I was watching Tinzer with the family. The ads that popped up were always and some soap advertisements. Why? Because they understood that those businesses understood that this is where their target is. You might look at it that it is big businesses, but you need to understand that if big businesses can do this, you also need to get that. You need to know where your target audience are gathering. What does success feel like? What will your product or service in their lives? Do you understand? What will your product or service do in their lives? Is it a gathering moment? Buying your product or service, does it bring ease? Does it bring peace of mind? Does it bring comfort? Are they aware that that's even a problem to even solve? And if they're not buying from you, how are they currently solving that problem in their lives? You need to understand all of these things. And how do you understand all of these things? We're going to go into the second slide. But at the back of your head, as I said before, when people are buying a product or a service, they do not buy rationally. They buy emotionally and then they justify it rationally. I bought a biscuit, was it not yesterday? I really like junk food. And I go and I see Pal G and I'm like, oh, nice. Why? Because in my head, right, years ago, I really liked Pal G. And when you take Pal G, it's not really about the biscuits. It's about the flood of memories that enters. When you see these guys pushing the ice cream and then you go to buy a fan ice, it's not because the fan ice is the best ice cream in this world, right? But it's because when you take that fan ice, it takes you back. It takes you back. But yeah, I can say that, oh yeah, definitely, I bought it rationally. But it's an emotional buy. You need to understand that emotion behind people buying your product, people buying your service. So if you do not understand your buyer completely, you will find it very difficult to craft your value proposition to your customer because it is not only about competing on price, you need to compete on value propositions. Now, you need to create a buyer persona. To create a perfect digital strategy, you need to create a buyer persona, and they are just semi-fictional characters based on your ideal customer. And they are created using data and research to represent the different segments of your target audience. You can have more than one buyer persona because they will interact with your product differently. And if you do not understand your buyer persona, then it'll be very difficult because that's what's needed to craft your value proposition to your customers. Also remember that there's a difference between a buyer and a user. Here it is being used interchangeably, but there's a difference between a buyer and a user. There's a difference between a customer and a consumer. An example is this: baby food. The consumer is the baby, the customer is the parent. Because somebody uses the product does not mean that the person is necessarily your customer. It can be a consumer. The consumer is good in, when you know your consumers, is good in product development, but understanding your customer is good in marketing. And what is the importance of these buyer personas? I think I've said them. You understand your customer, so you know them and then you can grow them. You need to know what keeps your customer up at night. You need to know them at the back of like the back of your palm, right? What do they really want? And then when you know this, you can earn their trust, and then you make the sale, and you already know what they need next. I'll give an example. If somebody buys coconut from you, or rather, if somebody buys chips from you, can the person buy kuli kuli? Can the person buy probably cake from you? So it made us buy that one, and you start to realize that okay, this person has a certain craving. And when you actually go deep in it in terms of customer analytics and tracking, you start to understand that if this person is buying at a particular time, you need to start advertising to this person at this particular time. Majority of fairs, and you see it in October, right? October, November, December, that's when they have like huge fairs. What time, or rather, what date do they set for these fairs? A fair that will most likely flop, you will see that they will set it in the middle of the month. You see, the middle of the month is a very difficult time, especially if you're in 9 to 5. It's a very difficult time because you are starting to negotiate with SAPA because you know that salary is going to come at the 25th, 20th. But when you organize a fair or want to boost your marketing by that 25th, 20th, you know that money is at hand. I know there's a particular feeling, there's a very sweet feeling when money is in your pocket. It's really nice. When you start to understand that, okay, your customers are more 9 to 5ers, and 9 to 5ers will have their money around 20th and 25th. You start to understand that this is the period in time for you to increase your marketing, for you to increase the ads. This session is not to tell you about ads 101 or how to do an ad. It's to let you understand that immediately you have the framework and mindset of marketing, the tools, you can use it. So it's not really about the tools per se, it's about who is using the tools and the framework that you are putting in your head. Buyer personas is about personalized marketing. So you talk to them, you don't just talk at them. People buy from brands that get them. Personalization is a signal that cuts through the generic noise. If you are a small business, your major advantage over a big business is personalization. Because you serve a very unique set of people, you can understand their specific need. That is why when you see big businesses, even if they have the budget, they are still very huge on personalization. Their personalization is not really personalization. You see them using their names, but you understand exactly what they are going through. That's the difference between you and a big business that come with budget. When you come with personalization, you understand that this is the specific problem. You are speaking in their specific language. You are on their favorite platform in the format that they like. What format do they like? What is their specific problem? What keeps them up at night? You start to realize that big businesses always have generic messaging. Small businesses, you can go into the integrity of exactly the problem that the customer is facing. Right? So how do you create these buyer personas or user personas interchangeably? The first thing is that you need to gather data from surveys. If you have, what time do you have? Oh, okay, time is actually running very fast. If you have a database You have sold to a very huge number of people. You can send them surveys. Oh, what do you like about this product? How did you hear about this? How did you hear about this is a very important thing to note, because how the person heard about it makes you understand that if you are running from platforms, if you have Instagram and Facebook and probably TikTok or Twitter, and then people are saying that, oh, they heard about you from Twitter or they heard about you from Instagram, you know where to put your marketing budget in. Or if they're hearing about you before exhibitions and fairs, you know where you should be focusing on. Interviews. I'll tell you the best thing to understand people in Nigeria. You see, I work in the communications unit for Lagos State Employment Trust Fund. And I tell you that sitting down on my desk, I can have like a lot of data, but when you go out to talk to people, you start to realize their own particular problem. Oh, there are particular ways of doing things. Oh, this is why they did it like this. You sit down with them. You see, the Nigerians are very responsive. It's just how you craft your message. Interviews, one-on-one interviews, can get you as much information that you need on your customer. Digital analytics, you need to go to the back end of your social media. You can do this. You can just do like a quick YouTube search, right? Digital analytics, you need to understand, oh, okay, these particular people, they responded to me at this particular time. Can I craft my message to that particular time? This particular, or my audience, they really like a particular influencer, Kike or Hawa. Can I explore a sort of partnership or a rate card so that I can see it? 3 years ago, a person, and his name was, I can't say the name, but he launched a single to married book. And what did he do? He just put the ads on Bella Ninja, and sales were pouring through because he understood that there's a fit for it. So that was years ago. Another thing that you can get your buyer persona is social media. You see, you need to stop using social media, for bands and talk. Social media, majorly Twitter, is a research platform. Quora, Reddit, AliExpress. If you are into e-commerce, AliExpress, AliExpress, Temu. You need to look at what people are saying on that social media platform. Now, the best thing about Twitter is that, you see, Nigerians just pick up their phone and they just start like tweeting, right? That's information. They're showing you their struggles. When you go to Twitter, you can see that there's a buzz around it. So you just say that, so you can just go on Twitter, right, and search cakes, right? Or you just go on Twitter and search lands. You start to see what are people actually talking about on Twitter. And then when you see it, you can know that you can actually create a buyer persona, you can use it for content, right? And there's forums, which is Nairaland and the different forums that we have, and customer feedback, your own customer feedback. Segmentation, dividing customers into distinct groups based on demographics, behaviors, and needs. You can have one buyer persona, and that's okay. Or you can have different buyer personas. Then you need to create a detailed profile, including name, age, job, interest, and challenges. But let's move on to what I created, right? This is an example of a global buyer persona, and I just made it. It's not definitely not for global, but you can definitely see it, right? and then look at it. So we just gave her a fictional name, which is Bola. Bola is a chill person, right? And Bola, age range is 25 to 35. How did I get that 25 to 35? You will start to realize that from your product, you know who can buy something. If you are selling land, for example, you know the particular age of people that can buy it. Also remember that if one person can buy it once, person can buy it a lot of times. Also, you start to realize that the people who buy more cars who have one car, the people who buy more houses are the people who have one house, right? And what's the occupation? It's just hypothetical. So hypothetical is like, okay, marketing officer, location Lagos, Nigeria. And who is this person, right? You don't know if you order from Glovo or Chowdeck, right? And who is this person? Okay, Bola is a data savvy, results oriented professional, and she's living her soft girl, baby girl era. So she outsources stress and complexity. So she invests in services that deliver peace, ease, and pleasure. So for her, convenience is a non-negotiable requirement for a created high vibe life. How do you get this? And then you talk to the people who you have sold to, or you see the pulse on Twitter. Like everybody right now says don't stress me. So it means that if your product is giving them stress, you're gone. And what are our goals in this life? To maximize effortless living, protect our peace and time. So you see this through Twitter, your own customer feedback. Ask your look at your data. That is why as a business owner, you need data. You need a lot of data. The people who bought from you, do they just buy? Like, do people just buy from you and then that's the money? Okay, that's fine, that's okay, and that's good. Call them, ask about it. Call them, call the major 5 people that have bought from you over the past month or 2 months. Call them and ask them, oh, good afternoon. Uh, thank you for buying. I'm this person. Thank you for buying from us. And I don't know if I can ask you these very few questions. Ask them, okay, how did your products, how exactly did my product give you? Okay, what are your goals? Okay, is that why did you buy this product? Oh, I bought this product because it prioritizes ease for me. It's comfortable. The pain point of Glovo is that if you are in Lagos and then you are out 9 to 5, right? It means that by 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, you're already up. You're already on the road. You get to the office. You're in the office from 9 to 5. Then from 5, you're going to face the traffic to 7 o'clock. It means that cooking is a chore and energy draining. Cooking at that point in time is tiring because you are tired. You are extremely tired. Decision fatigue. You can't start holding the amount of things that you need to buy, right? And those are the pain points that you should look for. To make a sale, you need to solve a problem. Either you are solving a problem or you're just making the customer just feel very good with this person's life. Like you can buy a pixel and just feel good at the end. Yeah, I bought the pixel and it feels very nice. Or the status that it gives. Oh, me, mommy, I don't cook. Oh. I just blow. See, it's chill. It's very calm. And that's also like a pain point, right? The pain point of that, I don't cook, and now people see me as high value. Personal characteristics is high standard. She will ruthlessly delete an app after one bad experience. So she relies on reviews, visuals before trying a new restaurant on Groove, right? So you see all these personal characteristics, you see the pain points, you see the goals, you understand exactly what this person does. What is their occupation? What's their location? Where are they? Where are they? What are their hobbies? Where do they get their information from? Do they get it from industry publications? Where is she on? Is it social media? Is it on TikTok? Is it on Instagram? Is it on WhatsApp? And how you get this through is data. And it's fine, right? I'm going to send you all of these things. I'm also going to send you a template for buyer persona and user persona. And I would also send you a data reporter so that you can understand the data behind Nigerians, the how it is broken down for all the social media, so that you can understand that how do these people fit into what I'm doing? How does people fit into what I'm selling? Right? And then here we have a before and after. So before and after, you can see this guy, he's very sad. This is the guy before your products. He's very sad. And then this is the person, very happy guy after he has gotten your product. How do you convert this guy to this guy? By knowing exactly who he is. So you need to ask yourself, before they get this product, who are they? They are this. After they get my product, they want to be this. Before they feel this particular way, and after they want to feel more calm. Daily experiences, what is happening to them? Where are they? When are they doing it? Status, oh, they are seen as this. They want to be seen as this, right? And we'll break it down for an example for even the global. Before, your customers are stressed, time poor, and mentally drained from decision fatigue. After, they want to be calm, they want to be efficient masters of delegation who are sources hassles. So you can definitely see that in this before and after, right? You can see that if you are talking to people who are stressed and time poor, it would let you have an understanding of the content that you want to bring out. So you're hitting them, oh, are you stressed? Oh, are you struggling with this, with mentally draining from decision fatigue? Just download a Glovo. And immediately you download this Glovo, you become calm, you can order from where and it delivers to your doorstep. Glovo is just not an app, and this is just an example. Glovo is just not an app. It is a tool for reducing stress and calm. Because you're a strategist, you see this and say that, oh, I'm not a Glovo, I sell these particular items. No. If you're a strategist, you need to understand the strategy behind these certain companies. Whenever you see something that you bought, see the strategy behind it. See the strategy behind what you are doing. See the strategy behind what your competitors are doing. And then see what their tools are. What are their paid media? What are their owned media? What are their earned media? And see the messaging that they are sending. They feel overwhelmed and from the burden of cooking, traffic, and errands. Then after, they want to feel more empowered, pampered, and in control of her time and choices. When you have this after and you understand this fully, you can draft the content so that you are talking to them and not at them. You understand that somebody feels overwhelmed from the burden of cooking. So you understand that your product is solving a particular need and not just money. We're not just exchanging money. We're exchanging the fact that if I give you this money, you're going to give me ease and mind. Daily experiences. What should I eat? How do I get it without stress? After is what do I crave? So you understand that these are the problems that they are facing. And then you understand the tools that you are using to send a message to them that they resonate with. It is not just, oh, just post, don't worry, just post. Yeah, I'm sending this fee. I'm sending this thing. Oh, how much is it? 450,000. Take it like that, and then you move on. Is understanding who they are, how they are, what they do. Who exactly is this customer? Why are they up by 1 a.m. in the night? When you understand them, you cannot have the empathy to care for them, so you can send the content that will really hit. Some customers they just need to be seen. Have you ever read a message and you understand that this person sees you? This person understands what you are going through. That's how your messages are meant to hit. Remember, marketing is the ability for you to convince your target audience to take a specific action. Daily experience, stuck in traffic, long supermarket lines, are you home staying at an empty fridge? How many people in Lagos, especially the middle class and upwardly mobile, are at home by 7 p.m. and they are staying at an empty fridge? And they are too stressed to cook. See, that's a problem. And now you come with the solution of you can do this anywhere you want to be, your couch, your office, your friend's house, you can get your product there. Again, as I said, as a strategist, don't only look at it as, oh, this is just for Glovo. How does it concern me? Look at it as, where is your customer? What are they doing? When are they doing it? In that their customer journey, where do you play? You need to understand this so you can craft your own strategy. The strategy does not have to be big. It doesn't have to be, oh, we're going to do this. It doesn't have to be like a complex thing. You understand where your customer, you know where they are. If they're on Instagram, calm. It's all good. If you're on Instagram, what are they talking about? How are they solving that problem? Where are they now? Don't ever think that everybody has it solved, right? No matter what product that you get, there's always a problem with it. 100% doesn't exist. It's just the facts. It's just the truth. And on this, I said I was going to tell you the truth. Even if they buy, there's always a problem with it. Can you find that problem and then use it to enhance your own product or your service? Is it possible for you to deliver faster? But it's all good. We're going to come into offers very soon. Now, status. They are seen as busy, stressed, and overwhelmed Lagos professional, and they want to be seen as the ultimate embody of a stressful, peaceful, soft girl. Glovo, when you see Glovo chowder, they are selling food. But what they are really selling is not food. They are selling ease. They are selling comfort. They are selling peace. A Benz is selling a car. And what is a car? A car is a mechanical device or a mechanical tool that takes you from one point to the other. There's nothing different between a car and a bicycle, being very honest. But is that what Benz are selling? A Mercedes Benz is selling status, it's selling class. It's the fact that when you drive into a place, drive into a wedding, drive into an Owambe, and you step out from a very sweet white Benz, it's not the car they are looking at. Rather, it's not you they are looking at. They are saying that for you to step up with a Benz, they are selling class. Have this in your mind when somebody is buying your product. Are they just buying a cake? Are they just buying a land? Are they just buying your service? Are they just buying, oh, they want to be a virtual assistant? Oh, I'm a virtual assistant. Yeah. What do you do? Oh, okay. I mean, what I do is that I help people, and this is my rate. As a virtual assistant, you're not just selling your virtual assistant services. What you are really selling is buying of time back. What you are really selling is peace of mind. So knowing all of these things in your individual products would help you have the strategy in your head so that you can craft a message that immediately your customer reads it, your customer nods and says that, this is for me. Right? Are we good? Are we good? Since I'm sharing my screen, let me check the post again. Oh, 20 messages. I'm so sorry for sharing. Okay. Okay, so can I continue? Can I continue? Are you with me? Are we good? Okay, all right, we can continue. We can continue. You're here with me. All right. Okay. Okay, no problem. Let us continue. Okay. So let us continue, and we are going to go into the best thing ever. When you have a price, rather when you have an offer, and you're too focused on the price, right? There's a very high chance that you're going to lose. I'll give you an example. You are selling something for 20 naira. Your competitor is selling something for 20 naira. You say that, oh, okay, you know what, I'm going to reduce the price and I'm going to go 18 naira. The competitor looks at you and like, okay, you know what, you wait for 18 naira, I'll go for 16 naira. You reduce the price 15, competitor reduce the price 14, 13, 10, 9, and both of you run yourself out of business. Does that make any sense? I don't think it makes any sense. An offer is different from how much. Well, how much is this? Or this is the price. Okay, no, I can't buy that. Move on. An offer is a presentation of value. An irresistible offer is how to craft it that the person will be seen as crazy to not accept it. How many of us see the ads on Temu, AliExpress, Jumia, even Link Chicken Republic, where they will say up to 30% off, 50% off. If you buy this, we'll deliver this. If you do this, we're going to give you this. That is how you should be crafting your offers. Irresistible offers. You need to craft it that somebody will look at it and be like, wow, I need to take this offer. If not, it will go. In the Nigerian climate that we are in, you need to create an offer that it looks like they are cheating you. Right? It looks like they are cheating you. And I'll give you two different examples. So this one is buy an iPhone 16. If an iPhone 16 is worth, let's say, 500,000. Maybe. Buy an iPhone 16. Right? Then this second offer is, it doesn't even tell you buy an iPhone 16 first. It tells you get an extra charger, a Gorilla screen guard for free when you buy an iPhone 16, and you get free shipping on the first order, and it's just for today. You see, there's a difference. you get an extra charger, a Gorilla screen guard, and you get free shipping. Because you are a business owner, you can craft these offers for yourself. And because you have done your research for the buyer persona, you understand that your customer is looking for specific things. Now you need to think about it. What can I craft my own offer as? It is not about, oh, buy me a cake, or oh, get this particular thing, or oh, get a bead. It's about, since you can craft it, you can add an additional service or an additional product that will probably reduce your margin by about 1%, but it is very valuable for the customer. We like free things. I like free things. If you're going to tell me that, oh, buy two and get one free, motivation. Buy two, get free delivery, amazing. Buy two, get free delivery, get a 30 minutes skincare consultation, and then enter a raffle draw to win a movie ticket, or enter a raffle draw to get your Spotify subscription being paid. Something around that thing, right? That will make you understand that this offer that you are giving them, it hits. You can get it for free. That is, when I say free, I mean that free delivery, either adding a guide or a product, and you can also do one that you can craft it around a satisfaction model. There are these Instagram accounts, and immediately you go to these Instagram accounts, you will see, oh, no refund, no exchange, XXX, no refund, no exchange. You are not fighting with anybody now. Not fighting with anybody. We are in a low trust environment. Saying no refund and no exchange, you have lost a lot of customers. So you need to break that barrier of trust. And you see, the amazing things with Nigeria is that immediately, you see, the trust level, the Nigerians don't normally trust people. But immediately you break that barrier with your service delivery, with how genuine you are, with how authentic you are, with the personalization that you bring. That barrier lessens. And you make that barrier lessens and you enter once. Oh, no, it's done. It's done. So if on your Instagram you're saying no refunds, no exchange, just remove it. And instead, put a refund policy. I understand that some Nigerians can be very tricky, but I can assure you that it won't be up to 5. And you will get more, and you will lose by far less. Let's take another example. Because you need to be creative. You need to think of ways to add things that cost you nothing, or just a little bit, or find a way that you can partner and collaborate with somebody else in that space. You would agree with me that if you collaborate with probably a vendor that both of you have similar customers, both of you will profit. In fact, on almost every interview, if you hear the executive secretary of LSCTF speak, Mrs. Feisha Yolayonde, she's always about collaborate, partnership. Is there a way that you can find a way to collaborate or partner with somebody that has the similar audience that you have, and then both of you can create an offer together. You see, you need to think of ways to add things. I'll give you another example here. Buy an organic soap at 22,000. You are battling with all the people who have so are saying organic soaps in this life. Then when you understand that buying the organic soap is not only about the soap, it's about beauty, it's about the scent, it's about how the person wants to be perceived. If you do something like this, you get a free moisturizer bottle. The moisturizer bottle might be very small, very small. And a free complimentary 30 minutes virtual consultation with our skincare expert. The skincare expert can really be anybody, right? To craft your perfect routine. When you buy our organic soap at 23,000. You see, when you have an offer, you stop competing on price. You stop competing on oh, this person sells this organic soap for 22,000. Oh, this person sells this soap for 20,000. I'll go for this person for 20,000. You start to compete on value. And when you compete on that value, it will be only you that is in that market. So by just that offer and understanding your customer, you have eliminated a lot of your competitors already just because of that offer. Who would like a free moisturizer bottle, a free complimentary 30-minute virtual consultation, and then you enjoy a 100% satisfactory delivery? And if you don't love your product, we will refund you in full. What you have done is that you have eliminated the trust barrier and give it value. Are you following me? And do you understand? To craft an irresistible offer, there needs to be, or rather, these are the things that you can use at your discretion. Something for free. Give them a complimentary product for free. You can find complimentary products. If you are selling land, can you have an investment consultant? You need to understand that it is not just about your product that they are about. It is that offer that you will put out there that will get to spend that money. You need to get them to spend that money. You need to get them to remove that money from their pocket and give it to you because it is your money. It's just in their pocket. That's just the problem, right? Something that is free, that is at low cost to you, no or low cost to you, then eliminating the barriers. You need to eliminate those barriers as fast as you can. Oh, 100% guarantee. If you don't love it, we'll refund you. And then urgency. It's not about, oh yeah, I like this offer. Don't worry. Since there's no urgency, I can do it anytime. Then you would have lost it. If you order today, it's today that you must order. Or oh, this is the level of timing that you have to order it. Like, oh, okay, if you order in the next 1 hour, or this offer is going to go in the next 2 hours or in the next 8 hours. So that there's urgency to it. So that they buy today, not tomorrow. They don't just save it and not be like, okay, no problem, I'll come to you later. Now, when you do all those things, for that decimation framework that we talked about, for 100 people, you reach 100 people, 10 people contact you and one person, it increases your chances because they know that what you are selling right now is not just soap. You go from selling a product to selling an experience. You don't sell a product. That's what lazy marketers do. We are smart marketers. You sell an experience, you package it, and you sell the value. So just think about it. Think about your product right now or the service that you do. How can you add a value add to it that nobody will come to look at you and say that, oh, this thing that you're selling? Like, no, I'm not selling only this. I'm selling, oh, a free complimentary 30-minute virtual consultation. Oh, I can also do this. I can also do that. Oh, and also, because it's your first time with us, you don't necessarily need to be afraid. We will give you our 100% satisfactory guarantee. Because if you absolutely don't love it, we'll refund you in full, no questions asked. You see, the trust barrier will come down. And immediately you get that person and you understand exactly that this person is going to buy from you, then that customer has moved from consideration. Remember that customer journey? Consideration to conversion. Okay. So free bonuses are amazing. Add a bonus, something your computer will never think about to boost the perceived value. In sporty bets, right? You see free bet offered every day, fast fingers first. Fast fingers first, urgency. Free bet offered every day. Free. You see? Sporty Xmas surprises. Ember month is coming right now. October, November, December. People are going to have a lot of money that period. Are your offers ready? Do you have an Xmas offer? Do you have Ember sales? You look at stores and every time they're always running offers, they're always running sales. Oh, and we're clearing out our carts, we're clearing out this, oh, clearance sales, clearance sales. Everybody's always doing clearance sales. How many clearance have you cleared for the entire year? So you understand. Bundle your offers. So, example, Chicken Republic is doing a chick whiz meal, right? So when you go there, you can see that for just 5,000, you can get a chick whiz meal, you can get a refill meal, and you can get rice and chicken, and you can also get a drink. They are bundling it. It's not, oh, just buy this. They are bundling it. So now you need to look at it, right? Because we look at the trends across Lagos, rather across Nigeria. You will realize that a lot of money pours into Nigeria October, November, and December. Look at the statistics of last year. How much Lagos got that December? People had money. People are ready to spend that December. Are ready to spend November. December is when they pay bonuses for 9 to 5s, 13th months for 9 to 5s. Our brothers in the diaspora come, and they're not coming just to help the family, they're coming with a lot of money. And you're telling me that in December, you will not have offers for them. You have offers for them. You will have offers for them. You have offers for them. And when they see, they will not be buying like that. So craft these offers around the free bonuses. From now, when you look at social media, look at the ads that you are getting, look at how you bought, look at how the things are. Look at companies, either they are big, they are small, Nigerian, non-Nigerian. Look at the offers. What are they doing? The worst thing to compete in is price. It's the worst thing. Because when you compete in price, there's a level of correlation that you have with your price that will not put you in a favorable advantage. Craft these offers. Craft these offers. Put them out. Gauge it. Bundle your offers. Oh, okay, if you are selling this land, okay, if you're going to sell the land, can you add a complementary product to it? And why you know these things? Because you know the customer. It all ties into knowing your customers. You need to understand who your customer is. You need to know why they buy, what is their pain point. The worst thing to competing is on price. You need to build your offer and sell it. If you are new, offer a refund policy if you can. Because you're a business owner, you can make those decisions, right? You can make those decisions. Offer free, offer a free product. If you buy X, you not only get X, you will get this, and this. And if you do not like it, I'll refund all your money and you still get to keep X. And this tactics is very popular in low trust arenas. It's a very easy tactic, but it's something that is not being used very often. Bundle your offers, get free bonuses that will not eat so much out of your profit margin, and then sell to your customers because you understand where they are, you know what they do, you know the complementary product that they have, you know where they gather, you know what they do for fun. Is it possible to put that, oh, okay, between this time to this time, if you buy from us, you would get a complimentary product, or you could get a Spotify subscription, or you could get a Netflix subscription, or you could get raffle draw to win something, anything. See, it puts you in that frame that other people are not there. Don't compete with price, with your offer, sell it. And yeah, there are a lot of ideas that you can do. So you can either offer a free PDF guide or an ebook. You can make it. It's really not that difficult. I mean, if you make products, you can make a PDF guide or ebook, or how to make chin chin. Or if you are doing virtual assistant, you can just basically tell them that, oh, okay, these are the 5 things I should look for in virtual assistants, something like that. An audio info product. This is what you call a a podcast, something like a podcast, something that, okay, that is just audio driven. A video training. Can you do a video training? Can you do a free membership or closed group? Right? Can you share recipes if you are working in that food business? A free live training or webinar, a physical product. Can you private label your products? And that's actually a very, very good idea in case you are in the e-commerce space. Instead of running on branding, you can just private label your product. So when you just private label your product, so private label is basically you remove the branding and you just have the product, and then you can sell it. And if you are also looking for a business, you can just meet somebody and private label the person's product and just put your branding on it, and you're in business. Yeah. Free consultation. You see, you're not only selling things, you are creating an experience. And you have free consultation, 30 minutes. Free shipping. If it doesn't go into your margins, right? If it doesn't go into your margins, you can do a free shipping. Buy one, get one free. I think that's like a very popular one. And you can have like tools like templates or software or additional, maybe additional readings or additional things. Then free trial. Free trial always works. Free trial works like crazy. And then now what offers, we're going to go into the core assets. But let me speak while building only on social media is a risky business. I don't know if you have heard, or rather you have experienced somebody that is maybe crying that, oh, that Instagram removed the person from, when I removed his business from the platform, or Facebook woke up and banned him, or on LinkedIn they were banned and they were thrown out, on TikTok they were banned and they were thrown out, or Twitter they blocked their accounts. It's very risky business to build your business, or rather your marketing strategy on a platform that you do not own. You see, social media is in the sphere of what you call a rented apartment. You're renting it. What you have on social media is rented, right? And you need to follow me on this. If for any reason Mark Zuckerberg wakes up and yanks your account, you are gone. Your business is gone. So building on social media only is risky. What do you do? I'll give you an example for LSETF. If today, right now, they remove us, LSETF, from all social media platforms, I can assure you that in the next 1 week, we can start an account and we'll have our followers at least 30% back or 40%. I'll tell you why. How many of you on this masterclass registered for this on or this with an email? If you did, you would understand that building on social media is risky, but your database is yours. In own media, we talked about your list. As a business, you need to build your list, your own list. Name, email addresses, the product that the person bought, probably where the person bought it from. You need to constantly understand that those lists are very important. Those lists are people who know you, who like you, and who will trust you. You need to have those lists so that if anything happens on social media, you can send them an email or you can send them WhatsApp. Building only on social media is extremely risky. Extremely risky. You need to have your own email list. You need to have your own website. You need to have your own landing page so that if anything occurs, it does not stop you from making sales. Okay? Let's put that in mind because right now is actually extremely tricky. People are losing Instagram accounts by the day. There are 44,000 followers. There are people's businesses online that are moving. They just wake up and they yank it. They just block you from, you do not do anything, they just block you from sky. You don't want to have to start going through that process of appealing and waiting and being under anxiety. Build your email list. How do you build your email list? If you have products or service, can you say that, oh, okay, you know what, you're going to put out content that probably you will get something for free. Probably, okay, you can do a PDF and say that, oh, okay, we are offering this free PDF to learn this thing. And then people come in. And immediately people come into that, they give you their names, they give you their email list, and they give you consent so that you can send them emails. And then you give them that PDF guide. You have them on their list, and that means you can market to them. It's very important, extremely, extremely important. Building only on social media is a risky game. You need to build your own lists. Name, email address, phone number. Minimum name, email address, phone number. And now it also comes to you if you have people that are in, or people that just bought from you. Now, if you have people that have just bought from you, and that is all that happens, you are leaving a lot of money on the table. It's a lot of money you're leaving on the table. You need to find a way to contact them and then give them an offer. They bought one from you, they bought two. Contact them again. Oh, this is what we're running. Contact them around 25th, 27th, 28th. Tell them that this is what we're running on WhatsApp, or this is what we're running. You can get this. And if you get this between 25th to 28th, you will get this amount, this amount, this amount, this amount. You get this free bonus, you get all these things. And then you give them an offer, and then they buy again. Rinse and repeat. And then when you get that, you start to scale. The big businesses are not really built on minor things. They are built on how you can scale and leverage. And the best thing for you to scale and leverage as a business owner is through the digital tools. Emails. How many people are you sending emails to? Are you using the email builders? And that's exactly what we're going to talk about here. There are 5 core assets every business needs on the digital space. 5. Number 1 is, if you do not have a website or a landing page, you need to get one. Number 2, you need a content engine. What I mean by a content engine is where you can steadily be sending people information, social media, emails, text messages, ad accounts. Organic is dead. See, there was a period in time that you can post on Instagram and then you'll be having likes. And when you post on Instagram, how many likes do you have? Let's be very honest with ourselves. How many likes do you have if you post on Facebook? It's not a lot. Because these platforms, like you, they want to make sales. And how do they make sales? By selling the attention of people. Can't give it for free now. It's not possible. If you look at it, look at all the social media that is possible, you realize that the ones that have a lot of organic growth, and when I say organic growth is when you don't spend money. You can just post and let it just catch wildfire. Organic growth are on 2 platforms: LinkedIn, TikTok. 2 platforms only. LinkedIn, TikTok. If you look at social media that comes up, right? If you look at any social media that comes up, you understand that in the early stages is wildfire. You make a post, wildfire, 100 and everything. But the minute they start getting big enough, the organic starts to drop because it's paid. And that's why in 2025, and you're a business owner, to run an ad on the digital space is a non-negotiable. It's non-negotiable. You need to know how to do that. Analysis and tracking. You need to understand how to track your efforts. Offer and lead magnets. I've already discussed about offers. The website is basically your address on the web. It requires a bit of design knowledge, right? So there are just a couple of websites here. The landing page is what you most likely need as a business. It's more intentional. It's to sell a particular service, and it's tuned towards a particular service. So it means that whatever it is that they are going to drop there is going to be as specific as possible. And it does not require SEO that it needs to push, but it can be pushed through paid ads and specific content push. A landing page it designed a single goal or a call to action, right? And it focuses on converting those visitors by encouraging them to make a purchase, sign up for a service, download a resource, provide contact information. You can build it through coding, but it's extremely long to build this out to code that. So there are templates that are ready to go. There's Zoho, MailChimp, ConvertKit, GetResponse, Elementor, Systemic. So I just need you to go on YouTube because this is a masterclass that will open your head to a lot of things. Go on YouTube and type how to build a landing page in 2025. And then you can build a landing page for your business. Content engines, your tools to reach your target audience. There are a lot of tools: social media, your blog, email, WhatsApp, Telegram, chatbot. Again, social media is owned, but it's borrowed, it's rented. You can't be building your land on a rented land. You can't be building your land on a place that is rented. You need to own that land. I just would not want a situation where your business is being yanked off, or you wake up in the morning and realize that you are banned without any warning, and they don't care. They don't care. They don't care. You own your email list. You own your customer details. You own your website, but partially they can also, hack you. But that's the 1%. You don't own your social media wholeheartedly. So shift people to your email with a mail alacrity and website. You made it there on your social media. Give them an offer to shift them to their email. Give you an example of it. Can you create something that, oh, if you click this link to this email address and then you put it, and then you put the name and email address, you will get 5% off your order, off your next order. Simple as that. Just click a link. Goes there, puts their name and email address. It's 2025, you need to have an email list. Right? So ad accounts, these are accounts you use to run ads with. Organic is dying at a very fast pace. All platforms that are organic have an ad feature, and it's a way of them getting profits, as I've explained it before. You can run ads on anything at all: YouTube, Google, Go, websites that you see online. You can run ads on all the social media platforms. You can run ads on TikTok. You can run ads on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is very expensive. You can run ads on Facebook, Instagram. In fact, I think there's a feature where you can run ads on WhatsApp. You can also run ads on Threads. Understand how to run these ads. Have ad accounts so that you can understand that organic is dead. Organic is dying at a very fast pace. There's nothing like, oh, you post it and then people see it. It's not. Even your WhatsApp is changing. It's changing a lot. It's changing a lot. So analytics and tracking. What you don't track, you can't measure. There are inbuilt analytical and tracking tools. On your social media, you can see that there are inbuilt analytics and tracking. Even on your emails. On your emails, and you can also use this for emails. You can use MailChimp for emails. You can use ConvertKit for emails. You can use Zoho for emails and also landing pages. You need to track your efforts. You need to track your efforts. You need to track when you are in marketing, right? Everything can be tracked because it's digital. In digital, Majority of things can be tracked. It's only traditional that it can't be tracked. Traditional, it can't be tracked. If you run an ad on digital, you know the amount of people that you reached. You know the amount of people that clicked. And it depends on how your tracking can go. You know the amount of people that bought from that ad. So you need to track it. Not track it because it's nice, track it because you need to understand where to deploy your scarce resources to generate bigger resources. Yep. Yeah. So offer and lead magnets. I've already talked about what a lead magnet is. Lead magnet is what you offer for free to get people inside that funnel: awareness, consideration, conversion, and retention. Right? Offer people free things to get inside. And then if you realize, look at all the things that you have, but when I look at your Gmail, there are some things that you clicked there that immediately you get people inside for free. That you click, you can now start receiving those emails, and then you start looking at it like, oh, okay. Okay, just if I click this thing and I get this free course, you do the free course. Immediately you do that free course, they send you emails that, oh, since you did this free course, what about this? Okay, what about this? And they upsell you to something that is being paid. A lead magnet is what you give. Look at it like bait. You offer people for free to get people inside that your funnel, your customer journey funnel, remember? Awareness, consideration, retention. So people come in and then you now start to upsell them. So it's freer for email marketing. And it's actually as simple as that. It is as simple as that. The first thing that you need to do as a business is to know your target audience. And you need to know them extremely well. You need to know them in the back of your palm. You need to know why they buy. You need to understand them. You need to know where they gather. You need to know what they do so that you can create a digital strategy using the 5 core assets that you have: your website and landing page, your ad accounts, your content engine, your offer and lead magnets, and your analytics and tracking. Yeah, Valentine, thank you. Systemi.io offers free packages and customizable page templates. Actually, that's very true. Fumilayo, yes, you're going to have access to this, to the materials. I think that is you're definitely going to have access to it, right? I'm going to send. I'm going to send. I'm going to send it all to you, but please, we have come to the end. I know it was going to be by 11 to 1. I've taken your time by 13 minutes, and I apologize. But if you have any questions, please put it in the chat box and then we will answer it. Right? So if you have any questions, please put it in the chat box and then we'll answer it.
Thank you so much, Larry, for such a very, very, insightful session. I'm very sure a lot of people on this session learned a lot from the session. I think a lot of people have dropped their questions in the Q&A box. And I'll be reading it out now. So the person said, my business is not a product related one, but it is service based. I struggle most of the time when it comes to fixing the price for my services or knowing what to charge clients without underpricing myself. Please, what can I do to overcome this? Are there any training or advice you have for me?
I didn't get the question.
The person said, My business is not a product related one, but it is service based. The person struggles most of the time when it comes to fixing a price for his services, or knowing what to charge clients without underpricing himself. So the person is asking what he can do to overcome this, or are there any training or advice that you have for him?
Oh, okay. I'll give you the very fast way to do it. So what the person do is just to earmark some money. Just earmark some money, then I'm very sure that whatever it is that you're selling, you are not selling something that nobody has ever sold before. You can be unique. You can be unique. You can be very unique in your products, but the experience, you're not really that special. Like if you get earmark some money, buy other products, or rather buy other services that are very close to you. Three. That's the three. Maybe buy three. When you buy those three, you understand the price range from that certain level. For example, now if you give design services, you as a designer buy reach out to three people and understand what they sell, understand what they sell, understand how they sell it, understand the price range that they sell it, and then when you see the price range that they sell it, then you can now put your own price to these things. You see, for service based, majority of the pricing is very it's not straight. So when I say it's not straight, is that service based is not a margin kind of business. Service based products are in terms of what the person perceives of you. What the person perceives of you is perception driven. I'm not saying that you should go and price it extremely high, but the thing about it is that what I'm saying is that take three people, look at their pricing, then probably do an average of the three as fast as possible. Do an average of the three, test it out. When you test it out and then you see the average of the three, then you see if your customers respond to those prices. Now, if they respond to those prices, then you have something. If they don't, you took it again. Business is not straight. It's not that, oh, okay, this is the price and I'm going to stick with for the rest of my life. No. I mean, we're buying gala for 50 naira, it's 250 naira. So that's the product. But in terms of service, it's about perception. It's a perception game. How you can increase the perception of your service. When you increase the perception of your service, then you can when you increase the perception of your service, then you can set the price into it. But let the pricing not scare you, right? Again, three people buy from them that have similar services to you, and then take an average of it and then set your price and then move on. If you set the price and move on, then it means that get the price, look at how they react, change it, either you put it lesser or can increase it. It's a perception game. You have to win the perception in your head. But yeah, that's it. That's basically it. What other question? How about being able to answer it though?
So, Emmanuel, I hope your question was answered. So I have another question here from Abdullah Fiz Onitilo, and it's asking, he said, as a photographer, who mostly works alone, I find it difficult creating content for the gram. Aside my shoot or finished job, what other kind of content can I create? Also, would you advise to get a content creator specifically for handling that part?
As a photographer who works alone, I find it difficult creating content for the gram aside my shoot. As a photographer, you need to understand, again, you need to understand your customer as simply as possible. What do they want? How do they want it? What should be on photography? That's one. Two, should you be on Instagram or should you be on TikTok? Should you have a collage of your photos? What are the things that you can do as a photographer that can boost majority of your content? Is it possible that even that photography is a space that is quite saturated? Can you move into teaching people about photography? Can you move into selling photography equipment? See, if you move into selling photography equipment just by the side, then you have expanded your photography. But if you're just focused on only photography, it might be quite difficult for you. So my advice is for you to expand. I think it's for you to expand. I think you're focusing too much on content. Expand. Look at your competitors, your product competitors. I mean, look at other photographers. And if you are, the thing about Nigeria is that majority of our competitors we always think is Nigerians. I don't understand that. Your competitor is that person in Albania. Your competitor is that person in US. Your competitor could be that person in UK or Dubai. Is it possible for you to look at those content, look at what they are doing, and localize it? I mean, when the ATMs came into Nigeria, it was revolutionary for Nigerians. It was not revolutionary for the people in America. Do you understand? So expand your products. Look at what other people are doing. I didn't say copy, localize it. And then test it out. Test out a lot of content. There's something that is called the Pareto principle. If you know the Pareto principle, you know that it's something called 80 to 20. 20% of your work creates 80% of the results. If you put out 100%, if you put out 100 content, actually, 20% highest, 20% will catch fire. 80% will be average. It's just how it is. Like, it's just how it is. So look at what other people are doing, and then expand your base. Photography, expand your base. Get more services in. Teach people. And the one about you doing it alone. Please stop doing things alone. Have a community. When you have a community, you grow faster. And businesses have communities. Find that business community so all of you can grow faster. Yeah. Business question. How about being able to answer it though? Hello. Okay, so
Um, so we have other questions. So there's someone asking, are there AI tools that can help with marketing tools? Basically, a marketing tool or platform that helps take the data you are entering, analyze it, set up and itemize a marketing plan flow.
people always want to know the real tools, but it's the brain behind the tools that is actually very important. You can use Yuri. I think somebody
Hmm.
mentioned Yuri. You can use Yuri, and I think Yuri was very good. You can use Yuri. You can use, ChatGPT. The thing about it is that it's not, again, as I said before, it's not about the tools, it's about the strategy behind it. So if you have all those data and you can go to ChatGPT and then the you put in the the prompt, and the prompt is, analyze data and create a digital strategy for me, you know, and create a digital strategy for me, and you have the data, you put it inside ChatGPT, like you know ChatGPT, and they'll say that, okay, this is data, I have these tools, create a digital strategy for me. It can give you that. But also know that ChatGPT, the AI tools don't really work for Nigeria because ChatGPT in total doesn't understand doesn't understand the nuances when it comes to being in Nigeria. But anyway, you can use ChatGPT. Yeah, just use ChatGPT. It works.
Okay, so I have someone is asking, how can I create an irresistible offer for my solar panel cleaning service?
Solar panel cleaning service. Solar panel cleaning service. Wow, that's very interesting. How do you create an offer using a solar panel cleaning service? First of all, you need to understand that what value comes from solar panel cleaning service. The customer that is getting a solar panel cleaning service, do you also sell solar panels to them? Is it possible for you to partner with, is it possible for you to partner with, is it possible for you to partner with people who sell solar panels and add your offer to their sales? So immediately immediately they are calling them for servicing, they can now clean their solar panels. The question is that, why do they want to clean their solar panels? But that's a very, very, very interesting, it's a solar panel cleaning service. But there are lots of things that you can actually add on. Can you service, is it possible for you to service their, is it possible for you to service their panels? Because you're not selling cleaning panels. You are selling more energy, more services, but more savings and peace of mind. Can you add a bonus value of free panel performance check? Can you add a bonus value of can you add a free mini energy report? But don't call it don't call it don't call it panel cleaning. Call it something, have an angle to it. Have an angle to it. Is it energy maximizer, solar power boost package? If you're like, also risk reversal, like if your panels don't show at least 10% more in efficiency within 7 days, your next cleaning is free. Have scarcity to your order. Book before Friday, get 10% off. Then I know that for panel cleanings, you can offer plans. So biannual plans, quarterly plans. You can have a subscription model. Okay, quarterly cleaning plan, free annual efficiency report to that person so that immediately the person cleans his solar panel, the person gets a report in case there's anything that is wrong with the solar panel. Can you offer a pay for 3 cleanings, get the fourth free so that the person can even pay for a year? Can you have a book your solar power boost package today, get a free panel efficiency check, energy savings reports, book your cleaning and get a free, just find a way to add something free that is in that solar panel industry, right? So, see, selling a cleaning service is like selling gym memberships. Nobody really wants the workout. Going to the gym is very tiring. They want the fitness. They want that result. So in solar cleaning, nobody really wants that ladder and everything. So they want more power. They want more savings. They don't want stress. So it's how can you connect the cleaning to those results? And that's where you see the sweet spots. Yeah, you can offer discounts, but please don't offer discounts that affect your margin too much, that you start to be on peanut management. All right. Thank you.
Okay, we have so just before we go to the next question, please, you have polls, a poll that's been launched on your screen. Please kindly fill this poll. Your feedback is very, very important to us. So I have a question here from LinkedIn, and the person is asking, the question is from Mercy Akpan, and she's asking, how do I overcome this fear of posting online?
Ha. Okay. You see, how do you overcome the fear of posting online? That's a very deep question. You see, it's a very simple question, but it's a deep question. So this year, I basically said to myself that I was going to go into personal branding. Right? Personal branding requires putting yourself up. Personal branding really requires putting yourself out there and not hiding behind a brand or not hiding behind somebody. You see, the major problem that we face and why you have that fear is because in the Nigerian sphere, we have been trained to not be seen. We have been trained to not be in a place where we are different, to not be in a place where we're authentic. We have been trained to blend in. What is posting online that is so fearful? If you really think about it, drop all the voices in your head. What is posting online that is very that if you post online now, it's gone. It's gone. It's a figment of our imagination, right? It's that when we're growing up, and this one now goes to psychology, is that when we're growing up, we are not majority of us are not taught to be authentic, to be seen. They just want you to just follow the rules, go here, go there, and do not be seen, do not be heard. You can be seen, but don't be heard. Just go there and just be doing your things very slowly. To overcome the fear of doing anything, you need to do it. You need to do it a couple of times. So two things. Number one is that if you are afraid of doing it, that is where you have to do it. Like when your chest is beating you, like when your chest is loud, that you want to post it because it's basically like you're having a fear for something. But when your fear is beating, right? And when they're telling you that, oh yeah, you can't post it. Because when you really sit down and analyze your fears, you start to realize that they don't make any sense. They don't make any sense. Like why okay, you said that you want to post online. What is really the thing that is stopping you? Now what you are posting does not make any sense. If you do the Pareto principle, I mean, you're going to post a lot of things and it won't really hit. Isaac Newton formed a science, a particular form of science that nobody really cared about. You see, when you have one great idea it triumphs the other average great ideas, or rather the average ideas that you have. But now, practical solutions. Number one, get a community. Like if you can get a community, if you get people that have similar fears, and you people can bring yourselves together and post however it is, post afraid, when your chest is spinning you and it's like, oh, whatever I'm going to post, I'm not going to understand it. Post, just post it. Get a community so that both of you can hold yourselves accountable. If you have a fear of posting and you tell yourself that, okay, I have a fear of posting, it's okay to have a fear of posting. Majority of people that post actually have fears of posting. It's completely normal. When you have a fear of something, it's completely normal. Find a community, maybe 2 people, 3 people that have a fear of posting, and both of you can form a group that say that, oh, okay, you need to post every week. Don't start the whole thing of posting every 30 days is tiring, actually. I won't even lie, it's very tiring. You can post once a week. If you post once a week, small baby steps, small baby steps, small baby steps. Post, you can post anything in the beginning stages. Then when you post, so see it as play. Don't see it as something that, oh, when you post, there's going to be a huge eyes on you. You can post, you can just get one like, but by the time you keep on doing it, that's basically how you solve it. How you solve fear is by retraining the things that make you afraid in your head. It might sound like a fast perspire, but that's actually the truth. It's by reframing the things that you have in your head. The fears are, oh, okay. Because you have to ask yourself, why do you have that fear? Why do you have that fear? Because if when you are a baby, look at any baby, the way they move, they don't move with fear. So it means that if you have that fear, somebody taught you that fear. So who taught you that fear? Who was the person that taught you that fear? If the person taught you that fear, it means that how the person taught you that fear. This is not the digital marketing course. This is not going to borderline psychology. The person that taught you that fear means that the person learnt it too. So if you can learn fear, you can unlearn the fear. And you unlearn the fear by not running away from it, by admitting the fact that you have the fear, but you're going to do it anyway. It's actually as simple as that. If you're afraid of something, the solution is to do the thing and do it so many times that you stop fear. It's as simple as that, really. It's really as simple as that. But get a community, put yourselves together, and I won't tell you just don't be afraid. The fear will not automatically leave you. It's like public speaking, right? It's like public speaking. You feel the fear, but you just do it anyway. And also meditate. So if every day you meditate for like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and then you can have like certain times of things, and you can also test a lot of things. So when you post, you can give yourself a treat. So immediately you post, you can go and get yourself a treat, probably, I don't know, anything that you like. So oh, okay, this thing that I like is after this kind of posting. After you post. So everybody feels fear. I think the difference between the people who act and the people who don't are that they feel the fear and they act. You feel the fear and you can run. But I can assure you that if you feel the fear and you run, you'll be running from a lot of great things in this life. And it doesn't make any sense, really. You're built for more. You're built for a whole lot more. A whole lot, man. There's a lot out there. And whatever it is that you want to post, you know that you are unique. So if you are unique, it's only you that can bring those certain perspectives to the space, right? It's only you that can bring those certain perspectives. And if you do not post it, you are doing the world a disservice for you not posting it. And this is not aspire to perspire. It's just facts. Yeah. So I hope that answers your question, and I really do hope to see your posts. Also, note that you can follow me you can send me a connection request on LinkedIn. I'm on LinkedIn, Larry Owaje. You can also hit me up on Instagram, Larry Owaje. Please, for if you want to get the slides, you can. I hope that you need to register with Zoom, right? You need to register with Zoom so I can send you the slides. I can also send you the customer persona because the customer persona slides. I can also send you. I'm also going to send you additional readings, right? Additional readings for you so that you can understand these things on a step-by-step model, and also, yeah, right. So Yeah. So please, whatever question that you need to put it in the Q&A chat box so that we are aware of it, and then I can just like send you majority of these things. Yusuf Adeyemi, I can't send the slides to your Gmail. There is a link. There's a link to it. You need to register and then you can send it, right? Okay.
All right,
Full stop.
thank you so much, Larry. We have a whole lot of questions still left, but we've run out of time for today's session. But
That's nice.
I think
You
Larry
cannot
has
take it.
dropped his email address.
I haven't.
So
Okay,
you can,
so
yes.
yeah,
So you can please reach out to him with your questions and he will be answering them. Thank you so much for
okay,
to
there.
those that have filled our polls. For those that are yet to fill, please, there's still time for us to fill the poll. Your feedback is very, very important to us. So thank you everyone for taking our time off your busy schedule to attend our session today. It's really very much appreciated. So this is Lagos State Employment Trust Fund, and we bring sessions like this to you to help you learn a lot on how these are basically practical steps. I'm very sure from everything that you have spoken about, there are practical steps, things that you can apply, you know, practically, and that will give you results that you can see that okay, yes, that's true. Okay, this is what I can do. This is what I can, steps that you can take that can help you with your business. So thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much, Larry, for taking our time off
It's
your
okay.
busy schedule to take to this session, and we hope we look forward to having you very soon, very, very soon, to take another session for us. Thank you so much. We can have we You can see the appreciation from all the participants in the chat box. So thank you so much, Larry, and thank you so much, everyone. Look forward to having you at our next session next week. We'll be having another session next week, Wednesday. Please do well to join us for our next session on Wednesday. Thank you so much, everyone, and do enjoy the rest of your day.